I jumped in it, and you know, the thing is you know, when you stand and you fight for something that you believe in, sometimes there's consequences and there's things you gotta go through, and unfortunately, a layoff was part of what I had to endure. And you can't pick your trials and tribulations, and you certainly don't know when those trials and tribulations are gonna end. So I jumped head first in, and we got through it. And you know, I've been saying this throughout this whole promotion for this fight, that you know, I had a great trainer in Virgil who just stayed on me and told me to stay in the gym, son, stay in the gym, when there was no light at the end of the tunnel. We didn't know when I was gonna get back in the ring, and I just stayed in the gym. I stayed in the gym, and I stayed in the gym. I continued to sow seeds and just stay in the gym, and kept praying and kept believing. And you know, when the time came for all of this stuff to be over with and for me to get back in the ring, we're able to have a performance like tonight. And it wasn't, you know, I don't think my best performance, but I didn't have to start from scratch. You know, I'm thankful for the gift God has given me in this game, and the way I give him a return and the way I say thank you to him is by working hard when nobody's looking, eating right, living right, doing the right things. I'm not perfect, but I try to make sure that I respect the talent that I have. So when I'm in front of the lights and the cameras and the actions and all the people, they see the fruits of what's been going on when nobody was around. So that's what I'm happy about tonight, is just that we endured the trial we went through. I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my loved ones that don't get any press, and they're really the ones that push me through and help me with encouraging words, text messages, conversations, and
Instagram,
all that good stuff. So I'm just thankful to be back on the right track. I got a new team. Rock Nation Sports did a phenomenal job. BET Network, some people had some things to say about it, like it was a downgrade, and you know, we were in front of 92 million homes tonight. At least that's who had access to the fight. And you know, we were able to be on The View before this fight, and that was all because of the BET relationship and the Rock Nation relationship. So, you know, we're not afraid to trailblaze. We're not afraid to take risk, calculated risk, and we're not afraid to go the opposite direction of the crowd if that's what we feel as a team we need to do. And I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if we're gonna open it up for questions. You know, my whole career, I've been the oddball. My whole career, I've been the guy that seemed to go the opposite direction of the crowd, and not intentionally. It's just the way that it's worked out. And one thing that I'm accepting at 31 years old is I'm not gonna look like everybody else. My career is not gonna be like everybody else's career. My legacy at the end of the day is not necessarily gonna look like everybody else. It's not gonna look like Floyd's. It's gonna look like Andre Ward's career, the way God wants it to look. And that's what's important. So you guys read a lot of stuff. Some of it is true, some of it isn't, some of it makes sense, some of it is educated, some of it isn't. At the end of the day, you will always get an authentic Andre Ward. You always gonna get an Andre Ward that gives his best, and you always gonna have realness when you see me fighting, when you talk to me in person, because that's the only way I know how to be. So thank you guys. I appreciate all the support. The Bay Area, man, I love you. And we showed out tonight, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this event before. But I don't think we won a championship and had a fight in the same week. I mean, you know, same week or same weekend. So yeah, it's unprecedented. It's something that I don't think has ever happened before, and I love it because we don't get a lot of respect for some reason. The Bay Area as a whole, and Oakland specifically, but more so the Bay Area, people just they want to look over us. I mean, you look at Steph. Like 2-3 years ago, they were arguing if he was even an all-star player. I mean, they were really saying, he's good, but... And then a couple years later, I mean, he's done what he's done, and it's the same in my career. Like, people wonder why, you know, I stay so hungry. It's because no matter what I accomplish, I always got this underdog type of mentality, because there's always that, he's good, but. He's this, but. And when you get enough buts, that gets you hungry enough to, you know, always want to come out and give your best. So this is unprecedented. It's needed for our city. It's a lot of negative press that comes out of here. Some of it is warranted, some of it isn't. But for this to take place, for our city and for the Bay Area to be worldwide center stage is unbelievable. Joe Gotti, his first pay-per-view. He had his Carlos Baldomir, his Zab Judah, his Oscar De La Hoya, his Ricky Hatton. I wish I had those kind of rivals and those kind of opponents. I don't. So you can't make that happen. We just got to continue to fight, continue to win, And just, it has to happen, because the thing is this, you're not a pay-per-view star because you participate in a pay-per-view, right? You're a pay-per-view star when you command the A side of a pay-per-view, no matter who you fight. Time in and time out. So it's not an impossible thing to do, but I get asked that question, like, we would love for that to happen, but I need the right dancing partner, I think, first. And then I just think it's a fight that the fans have to demand, the media, you guys have to demand it and put pressure on these guys. And then it's something that's going to draw interest where a cable network like HBO will say, this has to be pay-per-view. But hopefully we're closer than we've ever been. Hopefully I mean, I feel like my side is ready. I just think we need the right dancing partner. And then we get our first one into our belt, then we can move on and say, okay, let's get some more.
Andre, I got a question.
Did that answer?
It was really, it's not pure power, it's speed with it, and speed kills, you know, and I have a good defence, and it helped me out tonight, because if I didn't have that, you know, I would have walked onto some of them shots which are coming. But, you know, he's certainly no light puncher by any means. He's, as I said, time and again, you know, he's quality of everything.
Carl Froch said I punched like a feather duster. No. Somebody's not telling the truth.
Could you explain a little bit about the weight struggle? You're about 4.5 pounds over.
I said to Andy, you know, it was a genuine mistake. And speaking of which, Carl Froch, I spoke to Carl about 2 weeks before we were coming out. We were working together for the media on a show in the UK. He said to me, be careful with water retention, because when you fly over there, you know, your body just doesn't release the water. And I thought, no, I'm okay. And it got me. You know, it was a genuine mistake. I told Andy that. I apologised to the team. I said time and again, you know, I am professional. I just got it really wrong that night, that day for the weigh-in, and it was a genuine mistake, my fault, and I held my hands up to it. You know, which I've been fined. It's all sorted, and really appreciate it again. And thank you.
Where fighters were fighting to actually fight, they were trying to get at each other, I can answer that question. But because it's been like pulling teeth to get some of these guys in the ring, I'm going to say what I've always been said. I'm available. Period. I'm available. I'm not chasing guys. I'm not calling guys out. I'm not doing it. And I'm not going back and forth on the internet. I'm going to say what I got to say. I'm done with it. These guys, they won the internet battle. I kind of had a standoff. And, you know, it's moments in a fight where it's a lot of little battles in the midst of the big battle. And nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to show weakness. Nobody wants to. So he looked at me, and I'm looking at him like, what you looking at? And he didn't want to go back to his corner, and I wasn't going back to my corner, and the fans got excited, but it's nothing personal. It's two competitive guys. Adrenaline is pumping. We're in a fight, and we're getting it on. You know, but at the end of the day, we can shake hands, and I'm happy this man gets to go home to his family, and I get to go home to mine. So it's just part of the sport. It's just part of it. Nothing personal. Just get the fans excited.
You have a two-part